To give you a little bit of a rundown of how today's discussion will go, I will first talk about the key drivers of success and how the parameters of the social media campaign were set up. Then Keegan will evaluate the execution of its social media platforms and how it creates additional value for the customer and for the lifetime value of the customer. Katie will then discuss how John Wichman calculated a 1,500% return on investment on Facebook alone and whether she agrees with it. Next, Jordan will take us through the promotional decisions and how competitors will likely react and what Maersk can do to prepare for those reactions. And then finally, Kimberly will wrap up the promotional discussions with the way ahead and what's next for the company and what areas they should focus on and likely why. Thank you very much and I look forward to discussion. To talk about the key drivers for success of Maersk Line's social media campaign, we first have to give credit to the marketing team to really be able to sell this idea to the senior management. And quite frankly, they didn't necessarily have a high, or the management at least didn't have high expectations of this, but they were able to get from the senior management that spontaneity and flexibility of being able to post things. I think especially in today's world where messages, especially press releases, are so prepared ahead of time that folks, quite frankly, don't really care when they know that it's going to be prepared remarks. So having that flexibility and spontaneity drives key interest from employees and enthusiasts throughout the world. On top of the again, being spontaneous and flexible, the transparency is one of the most important things of this entire social media campaign. Not just only posting stories that are going to be positive and put the company in a positive light. With the negative stories of marine life being accidents at sea, things like that, being honest and showing that humility is just as key, and what Maersk is doing about it to ensure that next time it doesn't happen or to help improve the overall industry so particular accidents can be avoided in the future. And then finally, one of the biggest things is understanding the different and the target audiences for each platform. Certainly with the Google Plus and LinkedIn is going to be more towards your experts. Certainly you're going to have the employees and customers. Then finally, of course, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook is going to have that little bit of a blend from the professional as well as the personal side. Certainly for fans, they're going to be more in the Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Tumblr type platforms. And then finally, where the company can really be able to share things and create interest from its own employees internally is the Maersk Line Social, Vimeo, Flickr, Chatter for the employees, where they're able to share instances that are happening throughout the world that can be a little bit more of competitive intelligence information, being able to help the overall company succeed and grow together and be able to have pride in what they do throughout the world.
Hello, my name is Keegan Cook. Today I'll be presenting the social media plan and social media strategy execution for Maersk. Maersk decided to go with a digital promotional mix focusing primarily on social media, text, pictures, and in some cases video. They wanted to expand their reach on different platforms by creating authentic and entertaining content while creating customer value by entertaining the customer and hopefully expanding the reach and putting themselves in front of new potential customers. They encouraged follower engagement on their posts and used a number of different strategies for different platforms. By increasing the reach of their social media presence, they were hopeful that the new customers would create customer lifetime value and lead to increased business for the company. On Facebook, they focused on content geared towards the consumer. They wanted to create a sense of storytelling within their posts using both history and real-time storytelling for their posting. They created a community within their Facebook group. This provided a sense of belonging for customers, creating customer value. They also encouraged employees to share posts and to post comments on the company-generated posts. On Twitter, initially they used a corporate tone for their messaging. After reviewing the posting strategy, they decided to switch to a more personal tone using select group of employees to tweet on the account and provide daily updates of the ongoings. On LinkedIn, their goal was to provide customers with information about the professional side of the business. They provided professional updates and industry news. The goal was to tie customers closer to them. On Instagram and Flickr, they were posting visually focused messaging, encouraging users to post their own photos and increase the brand awareness by having customers provide their own posting and encouraging tagging on the posts. On Google Plus, they gained input from customers. They encouraged customers to reach out with innovative ideas and areas where they could improve their business. They also used other platforms such as Vimeo, YouTube, and Pinterest. However, the primary focus was Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google+. Using this strategy, Maris created customer value by creating informational and entertaining posts while creating customer lifetime value for the company by increasing brand awareness and creating a new set of customers through social media.
Hello, I'm Katie Johnson, and I am going to be talking about how I think Jonathan Wichman calculated the 1,500% ROI on Facebook. Even though Jonathan was only at Mercer Klein for a little over 2 years, he was able to build a large social media platform for Mercer Klein. He was able to build a really good Facebook fan base, and he only had $100,000 in the budget for his social media marketing. So for him to calculate the ROI on Facebook, I believe that he took the budget, which was $100,000, and he was able to use various studies to come up with the price of a Facebook Lite, which is $3.60. And he saw that the first year the company was able to get 600,000 Facebook fans. So with one like equal to one fan, it was about $600,000 is what he came to. And it was assumed that only 22% of the fan base was actual customers for Mercer Klein. So to come up with the ROI, Jonathan took all their fan base, so 100%, he subtract 22%, and he was able to get 78% after the adjustment. With that 78%, he multiplied the 600,000 fans on Facebook, and he got 468,000 actual fans. He used that 468,000 fans and multiplied it by 1, because one like equal approximately one Facebook fan. And he was able to get 468 likes. With that, he took the average a fan equals in dollar amount, and he multiplied the 468,000 times $3.60, which gave him a value of $1,684,800. With that amount, he divided it by the budget, which was $100,000, and he was able to get 16.848. With 16.848, he multiplied that by 100%. He was able to get an ROI of approximately 1,684.80%. So what he probably did was he rounded it to the nearest 15, and he got 1,500%. So if he used this tactic, which he based off of other studies, I do believe that I agree with his findings, and I think he did a very good job finding the ROI for on Facebook for Maersk Line.
Hello, my name is Jordan Pierce, and I'll be speaking to the predicted reaction of competitors to Maersk Line's recent success in social media, as well as how Maersk Line can prepare for these reactions from the different competitors. So I believe that all the competitors are going to follow in the same footsteps as Maersk Line. I say this because Maersk Line was believed to be a boring company, yet they were able to establish a huge following on a variety of different social media platforms. And they were able to establish each platform to serve a different purpose, allowing for extremely precise information dissemination to varying target markets. And I think the competitors really see that social media brings a variety of benefits to Maersk Line, and I think that they're going to try to replicate this. So there are many benefits that social media has brought to Maersk Line, and that I believe competitors have seen and will try to replicate. For one, it humanizes a brand by allowing them to share stories and pictures of what they do and why they do it, and overall share information that the public would not know otherwise. Another thing is it can attract new customers that may be searching for their service. It's a great outlet for sharing new information about the company, whether it's update to industry regulations, reasoning for price increases or decreases, varying environmental aspects of their company. It can also lead to better recognition of the brand, as the public will become more familiar with them if they're seen active on social media. They can also promote new products directly to their consumers. And most important is the customer interactions that can occur quickly and publicly, leading to quick handling of issues or complaints, possible improvements to the product or service based on feedback from the consumer. And they can gain information from the different target markets through the gathering of data on each platform used to better reach their target market. To prepare for the competition's reaction, Maersk Line should invest more into their social media. Their current budget is extremely low, yet they're still producing excellent results. If they hired more employees to run the varying platforms, they could produce more content, have more customer interactions, and more overall activity. Another thing they could do is be the first to new social media platforms. In addition to this, they could find new ways to utilize their current social media platforms as different updates come out or the social media platform changes. Overall, they just need to outperform their competition in every aspect, whether this be response time to customer comments, more activity on each platform, or gaining a larger follower base. Thank you.
Moving on to the next slide, what should Maersk Line do next? Well, they should continue with their proven marketing strategies, such as using the social media platforms to create authentic and entertaining content, encourage following engagement, to use personal stories, and use a variety of promotional mixes. They should continue to use the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and social media platforms that they have been using that have been very successful. And in addition to that, add on new social platforms that are constantly being created and make sure they stay on top of the ones that are most popular and the most used. They should continue to build brand community, continue brand recognition and engagement to hold on to the current customers and build that trusting relationship, and continue to measure the results of the marketing strategies that they have used. And they can use ROI, before and after tests, and sales cycles to measure strategy results. Moving on to the next slide, Maersk Line should focus on the following areas. They should introduce new marketing strategies in addition to the successful ones that Wickman had. So this includes a 5-step process: define audience targeting, set promo objectives, set promo budget, includes design the promotion mix, and evaluate the results. They should also use the IMC, Integrated Marketing Communication Plan, which is a great tool to develop a marketing strategy. They should also use distribution channels to create customer value, and those include channel length, channel breadth, channel management, and channel power. So using all of these as a mix, of a promotional mix of marketing strategies, can help implement new, successful, efficient strategies that fit in the budget. Thank you for watching and have a great day.